in terms of the very big money, what you see in the Korean thing, I think it's probably going to be secluded from Korea. I'm obviously very new to the scene. I've never been involved in early games in Korea over the last how many years? 6, 7 years.
Something
but,
like that.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be Korea by itself, and United States and Europe, another gaming era. And once clans start to appear, and they are starting to appear now, and we have clan fights, then I think we will start to see this shift of money coming in. Invitationals, yes, they're a lot of fun for everyone involved, but I don't think they necessarily will draw in the team rivalry that sponsors kind of demand before big money comes in. And as you can see at the World Cup or in the European football teams, it's that team rivalry that the sponsors love, which produces dedicated fans, I guess, that will come and use your products all the time.
Yeah, I imagine that is something that is happening. I know a lot of people who's been in the community for a while that's sort of more or less stopped being or holding the pro gamer dream, but has continued to be admins or will be future admins of Starcraft 2 teams. There's a lot of thing going on there in the sort of Cold War period that is the no beta period right now, and I think we will see a whole forest of different teams suddenly just springing up once the game is properly released. So there should be that factor, and in Korea they managed to create it quite properly with team rivalry and everything, including cheating, sadly. But these are interesting times, definitely. However, also, looking at the current debate among StarCraft fans out there, many are positive towards the increased corporate involvement in the scene, as it provides the financial means to create bigger and better events, and possibly even giving sustainable income to professional players who could then dedicate themselves full-time to playing the game and perfecting it. Others say that with more money, the innocence is lost, so to speak, and that the love for the game becomes diluted. What would you, as a representative of a company, and also as an individual with a personal esport interest, respond to the latter view? Is it becoming corrupted?
Well, I certainly hope it doesn't become corrupted, like the corruption happened in Korea. And it sadly looks like that may echo anyway, simply of life with humans. But in terms of innocence being lost, you have to look at players like Benign and Tate, who are devoted fans to any Blizzard games, really, and they love the whole storyline behind the games and the gameplay and the friends who are involved in it, and they want to see more commercial interests involved. They actively look for it, and to me, if those type of old players want it, the rabble or the group that are making the most noise about corporate sponsorship, I mean, things probably will start paying attention to tastes and others in that group. I do feel that actually that train of thought just disappeared. Move on. Oh, in terms of iRip and companies like us, I have the value that if you advertise in an area, you should leave it be as much as possible. You may have noticed in the HGH Invitational that our advertising was very minimal. We only had a bad gameplay game, and HD and Husky mentioned it once or twice during each game. That's you don't need to have banner ads or watermarks or anything like that all over the video to get decent results. And if it became too corporate, where pages are plastered in banners or every 10 minutes or 5 minutes in a game you'd have a 1-minute ad break, and yes, the innocence would definitely be lost. But if the advertisers are smart and clever and pay attention to the community and what the community wants, then I think everyone can receive effort. And I think we proved that with HGA that you can to slather and advertise and get good results and the community enjoy it.
I would agree that it was done with flair and without being obstructive to the main entertainment, and well, it seemed to have worked out well for everybody, and I don't think people mind sponsorship as long as it provides the means to create a really good event. And today, many people in the community, myself very much included, wish to see esport with Starcraft 2 at the forefront become an integrated entertainment form in mainstream circles. Eventually that would mean, in my vision, professionally broadcasted leagues on TV and an infrastructure comparable to the one in Korea with Starcraft Brood War and comparable to what already exists in conventional sports, soccer, football, whatever you fancy. We are still far away from achieving that, but would you say, with one leg in the corporate world, that such a development is at all realistically possible? And if so, what would it take?
The current way that Korea works in terms of Starcraft, I don't think will work very well in the United States and Europe, because a lot of it is physical location-based with audiences and then TV. Instead, the way that United States and Europe enjoy their entertainment is more on demand when they want it, rather than on a schedule. And you can see that via just the live streams that Husky and HD do. They might receive 10,000 views on the live stream, but 150,000 views on YouTube on their own time when they want to.
Yeah.
And if a community is built that way for professional gaming, where it's all internet-based, you don't have physical locations and the costs associated with that, then I definitely think it will take off. But the other approaches worked where everything is on a schedule, video on demand is hard to come by, which it generally is for me, or outsiders in the career scheme, then I think it'll cost a lot and it'll be much too risky for them. And if what HD and Husky have built right now we see is a very nice video on demand service, but if it was to expand naturally from them, so that I don't mean it to be that they would control everything, but if tournaments came off them, if clan wars came off them, their video on demand scheme, and it naturally grew that way, then I think that's probably the best bet for the community right now, to have a very nice professional gaming league. And I'll step up to the plate to compete with Husky, and that's going to be a good thing, because right now they're the only ones in the Starcraft 2 community who can play the big shots, as you might see, in terms of getting so, the video on demand online professional gaming, I think, will work very well for the United States and Europe for Starcraft 2, and as long as Blizzard doesn't screw up game, which looks like they're trying to in some ways with Neto.
There are lots of interesting video-on-demand services already existing, and I personally don't own any console, but I know that it's very possible these days to get whatever you want in terms of movies and TV series onto your TV set or greedily big computer monitor without too much effort, and maybe the next step is to get StarCraft 2 content on there, just for people to watch, not necessarily only play. There are interesting times ahead, as I keep saying. However,
if I may,
yes, go ahead, absolutely.
But as I'm very much in the Apple community, I have to think a lot in terms of where Apple's pushing the world. And with the iPads and iPhones, it's very much about streaming video to the devices. And as I own an iPad, I can say that it's lucky me. It has basically surpassed my TV. There's something very special about the fact that you can hold the device put away from your face and interact with it in that way. And I've been watching a lot of HD and Husky videos on my iPad, and it is so much better than watching it on my computer, or so much better than watching it on my TV, because I can do it anyway. And if people are trying to force it to TV or the old school infrastructure, then I think they're doomed to fight. consuming media right now with this new iPad and iPhone devices is very much personal, and it's certainly a different way of thinking. And everyone needs to really experience it. I wish I could get everyone because